Well, Saagar, no sooner did we tape a segment saying, where is Joe Biden on this crisis response, that he emerged with a tweet.
Well, what did he emerge?
He said,
what's he telling us?
Hold on. I am calling on every CEO in America to publicly commit now to not buying back their company's stock over the course of the next year. As workers face the physical and economic consequences of the coronavirus, our corporate leaders cannot cede responsibility for their employees. Saagar, he is sending them a very strongly worded letter and asking them nicely to cut it out already.
Please publicly commit. That is exactly how these things work. And do you know how lame this is? Donald Trump, the president of the United States, who Joe Biden wants to replace, said that he was okay with stock buyback prohibitions written into the bill yesterday
as a matter of
the
law.
White House podium, as a matter of law. So not publicly committing, actual writing them into the bill. That is how far behind the curve that Joe Biden is. I mean, this is again and again. The last time that he emerged from his hovel or wherever he is, he was like, no, the president must invoke the Defense Production Act. Literally 9 minutes later, Trump invokes the Defense Production Act. So all he is doing is showing the inept, basically the corporate Democratic line of like saying, oh, well, they're all say they're against stock buybacks. Did they fight that hard against stock buybacks? Do they actually care about stock buybacks? No, that's the truth. And that's what that tweet really
publicly
shows.
Commit. And only for a year, by the way. After that, I guess it's all fine and good again.
Again, if we're going to make, this is like my pet obsession, but it's like, if we are going to make these companies whole, then they need to behave in a very certain way. No more stock buybacks for a long time, okay? Yeah. Maybe not ever with the public dime. What else? Maybe
put a worker on the board. How about that?
I'd love to have
provisions
that
coming out of the House.
Supply chains. There's a lot of different things that they need to commit to in order to make conditions better for their workers.
Keep your workers on the payroll.
Yeah,
how about that?
Your workers on the payroll. There's no layoffs.
No executive compensation and bonuses the way that happened with the Wall Street bill.
That's already in the bill. So and that's in the GOP bill.
And he didn't even. Yeah.
And he's not even talking about this. So look. Again and again and again, Biden is like 10 steps behind the curve. He's coming out with the lamest possible public responses, and it just shows he's not up to the task. He's not meeting the moment. This is a moment for trillions and trillions of dollars that need to be considered, possibly spent. I mean, that is the magnitude of what we're talking about. And Joe Biden is behind the Republicans at this point, completing a realignment that I see.
It is absurdly pathetic, and that it says everything that this is the guy with no ideas, completely unable, not up to the job at the moment, that this is the person that they threw all in behind to do anything that they could to prop up in order to stop Bernie Sanders' success at all.
Well, that's what's shocking to me is that, again, like we talked about yesterday, he's not coming out and doing anything. He's not like holding speeches. He's sending these lame tweets, which are behind you can track it like 7 days behind the discussion, right? It's like
next week he'll be like, maybe we should send $1,000 cash payment out.
Right? Yeah,
like, where were you? Mitt Romney was on this 10 days ago.
Yeah, exactly, literally. I mean, so Trump is like outdoing him every step of the way. Trump's approval rating is up by 10 points in terms of how he's handling the crisis. It's only going to go up if he invokes the Defense Production Act and start. If he goes after Richard Burr, forget about it, okay? Like, seriously, I mean, if he sets up the anti-corruption standard, puts trillions of dollars into the economy, shows some real crisis leadership, buys ventilators at cut rates in order to give them to states and coordinate the federal response, it's over for Biden. It's never going to happen, because Biden's whole case was that he could at least competently manage this. But now you're seeing that the competent management is just corporatism in a disguise.
Yeah.
That's all it really was. And that's what we tried to say here from the beginning, is you can't allow the people who ran the 2008 playbook to come back in, because they don't have any ideas. They're completely defunct in terms of their thinking.
And I would challenge you to watch that live stream town hall that he did and tell me that this is a competent group of people, by the way, just on the baseline of like, let's restore confidence in government. So there's that too.
There we go.
All right, guys, we'll have more for you later.